Yeah.
Guys, welcome to Better Bachelor. My name is Joker with a face for radio and a voice for print. As you notice, I have not been doing many videos over the last couple of weeks. I got an eye twitch. My left eye here, the bottom lid, and I don't know if it's from looking at the computer so much during the day, which I've done for years as a network engineer, or it's some of the stories in the news that I'm reading. and it just got me to the point where it was twitching so bad. Now, if I do it manually, my upper brow comes down, but my bottom eye was just, it looked like I was sitting here winking like this. And I said, I got to get away from this. I got to get away from the computer. It's driving me crazy. And I've been offline now. No Tinder or Twitter, no Tinder dating profiles of the day, no videos, no reading. I've just turned off the internet. I've been listening to books. I've been going on long walks with my dog. I've been dieting and eating a little better. I've been going to the gym again, and I'm trying to lose weight because I was getting pretty heavy. And I just said, I got to get off the internet. Well, come to find out, as always, I don't ever really want to come back to the internet after I get off it for a little while. I love doing videos with you guys, and I love talking to you about some of this stuff, but it's kind of like having to, it's kind of like having to go grave digging, like digging through old rotted bodies to try to find a gem of a story to share with you. And I can already feel my lid starting to twitch again. And I just didn't do anything, not over on Locals, not anywhere. I just got off the computer. And when I opened up my browser again today to maybe find something to talk about, the article that I was reading that when my Twitch started popped up, and I said, something, maybe this is what started my eye twitching, because if you look at my thumbnail, you see a woman sniffing her wrist like it's perfume. And this is from the new trend. And this is what I saw. And I didn't do a research on the story for it. I just saw this, and literally that's when my eyes started twitching. And this is something that we shared on Twitter, and it's about vabbing or vaping. Basically, you wear your vagin fluids as perfume. You put your fingers inside yourself, dab your juice on your wrist, neck, behind your ear. And I was like, that's it. I got to get off the internet. I'm done. And I got off. And this was, 10 days ago now, or 2 weeks ago, or whatever it is. And I didn't want to necessarily just do a story about this stupid thing, although I'm going to. But, I remember when the internet was just a thing, like an idea, like email was still college professors testing out this system to send academic research and information to other colleges, and it was still in its wee infancy. And there was a lot of debate at the time and excitement at the time saying the world, everyone's going to become smarter and better informed. And this is going to be such an improvement for the collective commonwealth and for society. And smash cut to women talking about wiping themselves on their neck and wrists so they can attract men. And of course you can type in now coffee, it gives you cancer, and coffee's good for fighting the battle against cancer. Like, you can find anything that will support what you feel. So now you can't even debate online anymore, because one person will use CNN, another person will use, Newsmax or Fox, and they're both arguing, and they both have their own research that shows that they're right and the other person's wrong. Let's jump into this story. My eye is going to probably start twitching again. And then I'll wrap up with what I think about the internet and brain candy and all that stuff. So these unattractive, mostly overweight women are talking about vabbing. Disgusting vabbing videos have got people wanting to delete TikTok. I think you should never get on TikTok to begin with. And if this is where women want to go with all this stuff, like, men are just tuning out, you're just gross and degenerate. They say forget pimple popping and teeth filing. TikTok users think vabbing is the most disturbing trend that has ever gone viral on the app. Vabbing videos have left people online feeling sick, disturbed, and extremely grossed out. And most are outraged that it's even a thing at all. Many are wishing they could go back to the day that they didn't know what it was and recommending others avoid finding out. However, if the curiosity is killing you, read on to find a full explanation. Don't say we didn't warn you. As outlined by Healthline, of all places, vabbing is the weird process of dabbing. So I guess it's vabbing then. I didn't even read through this whole article. I just was like, okay, this explains it. Vabbing is a weird process of dabbing your vagine fluids onto your body like perfume. Yes, you heard that right. Women on TikTok are really doing this, and then a lot of women were saying that it was working. Now, there is something to be said. There are studies that show that women who are in the fertile phase of their ovulation cycle, their skin looks younger, their voice is a little bit higher pitched and softer, and yes, they do have a different scent. So maybe there's something to this. Me personally, I just think of a woman walking around, and after she's at a gym sweating a little bit, I can't assume that's a good smell. People were, of course, slamming on it. In the comments on Julia's video, which already has 5.2 million views, one person wrote, "I should have just minded my business," while another said, "Things that seem illegal but aren't." And a third one said, "Do not Google this. This is so unsanitary." Another joked around, I'm calling the police and threatening I'm deleting TikTok. Trend has also taken over Twitter, too, where people are threatening to delete the video app altogether. And here's all their comments. They say, why it's even a thing. To most, the idea of rubbing fluids from down below onto your neck is absolutely abhorrent, but there's a scientific reason as to why it's going viral. As reported by Healthline, the idea vabbing attracts potential partners has taken over social media because the secretions contain pheromones. It's kind of getting into what I was just saying, I guess. Pheromones are excreted chemicals, and yes, they do excrete them in certain days of the. I can feel my eye twitching. So, and I don't think, honestly, it's not reading this stuff that is making my eye twitch, but what it is, and I don't know if you have a very high resolution computer and you can zoom in or something, you might be able to see it. It's just very slight right down here. But what's happening is that the internet has become a cesspool of stupidity and fighting and arguing, and I find myself slipping into this too. You know, the last couple videos I did, I'm like, how do I get away from politics when everything is politics and everything is stupid and everything is angry and everything is hateful and everything is spiteful? And all, you know, if you're in the counter group to the group I'm in, you're evil and awful and blah, blah, blah. And I said, that's it. Movies are coming out and they're arguing over, you know, the storylines and that it's anti-male or that at a certain point, everything you read is just, it's miserable, it's angry, and it's hateful. And I find that this poisons the brain. And so many times looking for stuff to do videos, what I feel like a little bit is that I'm slowly eating those poisoned M&Ms just so I can find one that's a little nugget that I could share with you guys. And so I may, my land is getting cleared here in the next month or so, and progress is being made on the house. I may start just talking about, I don't know, past stories that have happened to me. I may, I don't know. I'm going to have to find other things to talk about, I think, because it's really hard digging through this crap to try to find something to share. It's just because for every video I share, I might have looked at 20 or 30 or 40 or 50 other things online, and everybody's just so spiteful and hateful. And the weird thing is, I've told you guys many times, it's like, oh, when it gets really bad, I'm just going to go up to the hilltop and with my campfire and my cigar and a cold beer and watch it all burn. The problem is, though, to share this information, I feel like I'm down amongst the people, the rabble down in the fight, and I'm down here, you know, searching through the rubble trying to find something good. I'm not off into the into my own place, ignoring and watching it all burn. I'm still here in the middle of it, and it can be very frustrating. So understand if you see a few less videos from me, or I just start doing some talking head videos where I don't do any news stories and we just kind of shoot the breeze. Maybe that's what I do for the next bit, because I got to find something out because I don't want to sit here winking and blinking all, because it even after I get off the computer and I take my dog out for a walk, my eye still twitches for like another hour or two after I turn off the computer and everything else. So I don't know what I'm going to do, but we'll figure it out. But everything that's like, you need to be on the internet and you need to be on the computer if you want to keep up with current events and you want to see what news is going on, and which I think is really important at this point in human history. I mean, we've got so much going on, and I try to cover a lot of that on the videos, whether it's going to be the food shortages or what's going on with the pricing and housing issues and the laws that are affecting men and mankind. So you kind of have to be on it, but at the same time, you got to start being careful on where you go, because there's so much out there that is just, this has given a voice to the stupid people. And if they're influential and they're funny, or, I mean, look at me. I'm just some idiot. I'm just some idiot. But here I am talking to tens and thousands or 100,000 people. It's given voices to the stupid. And some people want to listen to the really stupid stuff, like Vabbing, and other people want to listen to maybe independent creators that really have some good news and content and things that they enjoy. But you're going to have to sort through it, because, man, there's a lot of junk out there. And I'll tell you, it can get to you after a while. Maybe that's what I'm going through with my eye twitching and everything else. Guys, join me over on betterbachelor.locals.com. You can join me here if you want to support the channel. Join down below. But over on betterbachelor.locals.com, I should probably talk about this in the beginning of my videos instead of the end. But I don't want to do, I love Jeremy over at The Quartering, but a lot of his videos are like 11 minutes long, and it's 3 minutes of an ad, and then he talks for 7 minutes. And that's it. And he does that on 5 or 6 stories a day. I never like doing ads up front, but please join us over at betterbachelor.locals.com. We do have news. We do have craziness, but I think it's a censor-free area where you can find a lot of good content, and it's a great way of supporting me. So join me over there on there. Guys, we'll talk to you soon. I'm going to be doing a live stream here on Locals probably in the next couple of days. We'll go over a bunch of stuff. I just want to kind of talk with you guys in the community and share some thoughts and things like that. And I since it's such a smaller community, that means you don't have to super chat for me to read your comments and us to have a conversation, because that's where I feel like I can really converse with you guys and see what you're thinking and how you feel about stuff. And that's really what makes me happy more than anything. So guys, we'll leave it there, and we'll see you in the next one.